You know that feeling when you walk into a room and her eyes pause just a little longer on you than they do for anyone else. She doesn't say anything out loud. She doesn't flirt aggressively. She might even play it cool. But there's something in her silence, in the way her attention lingers, in how her energy subtly shifts when you're around that quiet intensity that's not attraction anymore, that's emotional attachment. And it's one of the most powerful forces a woman can feel, and yet most men miss it entirely. Why? Because we're trained to look for noise, for obvious signs, for the chase. We think if she doesn't call or confess, she must not care. We look for fireworks when we should be listening for whispers. But emotional attachment doesn't announce itself. It doesn't show up with hearts and declarations. It creeps in through micro expressions, through consistent presence, through the way she talks about you when you're not around, through the things she does that feel small but carry the weight of her entire heart. It's in the way she remembers your bad day, even if you only mentioned it once. It's in the way she waits for your text, but never wants to seem like she's waiting. It's in how she wants to understand your thoughts, not just your plans. It's how she cares even when there's no reason to. That, my friend, is emotional connection. Now listen closely, because this is the part no one talks about when a woman becomes emotionally attached. She doesn't always know it right away. She doesn't sit around thinking, I'm falling for him. Instead, it shows up in how her nervous system responds when she hears your name. It's how her guard starts to drop around you, bit by bit. It's how her feminine energy softens in your presence, even if the world sees her as strong, sharp, or untouchable. And the deeper truth is this: when a woman gets emotionally attached, she doesn't want to need you, but she starts to feel like you matter in ways she can't explain. That's why understanding these signs isn't just about romance. It's about power, because a man who can spot emotional attachment is a man who has leverage not to manipulate, but to lead, to hold space, to honour the connection, or to walk away if it no longer serves his path. This is what separates emotionally grounded, high-value men from the ones who keep getting blindsided. You don't want to find out she's emotionally attached only after she gets hurt. You don't want to wake up one day with her ghosting you and realising you were her safe space all along, but you never noticed. So, let me be brutally honest, if you don't learn to read between the lines, to interpret her energy, to decode her emotions, when her words stay neutral, you'll keep missing the most intimate messages. She's quietly sending your way in this video. I'm going to reveal 6 subtle but powerful signs that a woman is emotionally attached to. You not attracted, not interested, attached. And when you understand these signs, you'll gain insight. Most men never have. You'll learn to recognize when a woman is investing in you, not just talking to you, and you'll finally stop guessing whether she's serious. Because you'll know. Let's dive deep into her emotional world. Let's uncover what she'll never say out loud, but always reveals if you pay attention. Because once you see the truth, there's no going back. This is Stoic Paradox, and this is the quiet language of emotional connection decoded. She's emotionally attached if you notice these 6 signs, but the catch is most men don't even recognize them until it's too late. Emotional attachment in a woman doesn't always show up like the movies taught you. It's not grand confessions under the rain or dramatic ultimatums. It's quiet, subtle. It's written in the tiny details that hide behind her words. If you pay attention, you'll see the truth. She's not saying out loud because she doesn't need to. Her heart is already leaning towards you, even if her lips haven't said a word. So, let's break it all down. The first sign is that she prioritizes you without realizing it. At first it looks innocent. She tells you she's busy, but somehow she still finds time to check in on you, to send that "how's your day" message, or to meet you for coffee. Even when she's tired, she starts doing things for you. Little things that don't seem like much until you realize she doesn't do that for anyone else. She sacrifices sleep, work, even other friendships, and she doesn't act like it's a sacrifice. She shifts her world around you not out of obligation, but because it's becoming instinct. And if you really zoom in, you'll realize that somewhere in her emotional landscape, you've become a part of her mental, daily rhythm. You're no longer just an option, you're a presence that matters, even if she never says it. Her behavior starts to orbit you. That's emotional gravity, and only a deeply attached woman makes those subtle shifts. The second sign is emotional transparency around others. She's composed, she controls the narrative, she keeps the past buried, but with you, her guard drops, she lets you in. She tells you stories about her childhood, her fears, her dreams. She opens up about her relationship with her parents, her biggest insecurities, the things that keep her up at night, not because she's being dramatic, but because something in you feels safe to her. When a woman emotionally attaches, she begins to crave more than just your attention. She craves your understanding. She wants to be seen, heard, known at a level that bypasses surface-level attraction. And when she tells you something painful or raw, she's not testing you, she's investing in you. She's saying, without saying, I trust you with the parts of me I usually hide. And if you respond with silence or worse, indifference, she'll retreat. But if you hold space for her truth, if you don't try to fix it, but just witness it, she'll sink deeper into that emotional bond. The third sign is mirroring. She starts to reflect your energy, not out of imitation, but emotional synchronization. If you speak calmly, she quiets down. If you're passionate about something, her eyes light up with interest. She starts picking up on your phrases, mimicking your posture, aligning her timing with yours, without even realizing it. This is not just behavioral, it's neurological. Her mirror neurons are firing, because her subconscious is emotionally linking itself to you. She's starting to feel what you feel. And when this happens, your highs lift her and your lows weigh on her. That's not friendship. That's emotional tethering, and it's dangerous for her because once this connection is formed, detachment starts to feel like emotional withdrawal. So she leans in, closer, hoping you feel it too. Watch for this mirroring. It's quiet, it's subtle, but it's proof. Her emotional rhythm is being influenced by yours. The fourth sign is jealousy, but not in the way you expect. She won't confront you. She won't demand explanations. But her mood will shift when another woman gets too close. She'll suddenly get quiet. She might pull away just a little, not enough for you to chase her, but enough for you to notice the space. And when you ask her if something's wrong, she'll probably say nothing. But it's not nothing. It's that she saw something. Maybe you smiled a little too much at someone else. Maybe your attention drifted. And in that moment, she felt a threat to something she hasn't even fully claimed yet, because emotional attachment creates unspoken territory. It says, I haven't said you're mine, but I already feel like you are. And when that sense of unspoken connection feels challenged, it doesn't cause a fight, it causes distance, the kind of distance that tests whether you'll notice the shift in her silence. The fifth sign is that she invests in your growth. Like it's her own, she sends you articles that challenge your thinking. She encourages your discipline. She reminds you of your goals when you're tempted to quit. Not because she wants to control you, but because your elevation brings her pride. When a woman is emotionally attached, she starts thinking long term. Even if she doesn't say it, she wants you to succeed. Not just for your own sake, but because watching you win makes her feel like she's winning too. And if you're emotionally aware, you'll see that she's not trying to change you. She's trying to support the version of you that you told her you want to become. That's emotional alignment. That's loyalty before titles. And it's rare. Most men don't even notice it. They take it for granted, but the man who sees it, values it, and grows with her in return, that man becomes unforgettable. And the final sign, the most powerful one, is that her silence becomes expressive. She starts expecting you to understand her without explanations. Her sighs mean something. Her pauses have weight. Her glance lingers longer than her words. This is where emotional attachment leaves logic and enters intuition. She wants you to feel her energy, not just hear her sentences. She might not say, "I miss you," but she'll ask about something random just to feel close. She won't beg for time, but she'll get quieter when she feels distant. Emotional attachment creates a deep expectation of emotional presence, not attention presence. If you can tune into that frequency, if you can pick up on what she's not saying, you'll tap into a level of intimacy that most men never reach. That's where the real bond lives, not in what's said, but in what's felt. Now that you've seen all 6 signs, remember, emotional attachment is not loud, it's not flashy, it's not always romantic. It's slow, steady, internal. But when it's real, it builds the kind of connection that doesn't need labels to exist. You just feel it, and once you do, you'll never mistake attention for attachment again if these signs feel familiar. If you've quietly observed a woman moving this way around you, shaping her time, her emotions, her presence to accommodate your world, understand that you're not just another man to her. You've crossed the line from casual connection into emotional gravity, and that kind of bond doesn't happen often. It's rare, quiet, and powerful. But what you do with that realization determines everything. Most men either ignore it or abuse it. They think her emotional loyalty is just attraction. It's not, it's deeper. And if you play with that kind of attachment without intention, you leave a mark, a wound, a silence in her soul that doesn't heal easily. But if you're the kind of man who's aware, who recognizes the weight of emotional energy, who moves with clarity, discipline, and presence, then what you have isn't just a connection, it's a foundation, a signal, a beginning of something. Neither of you will forget if this breakdown opened your eyes or helped you see things from a new perspective. Now is the moment to do something about it. Not just in your life, but right here, if you're serious about understanding women connection and masculine presence in a way that most never will subscribe to Stoic paradox right now, because this channel isn't about tricks or tactics, it's about mastery. It's about unlocking the psychology of attraction, the hidden dynamics most people miss, and becoming the kind of man who doesn't chase validation because he already understands value. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss what's next. I've got more insight, more psychology, and more truth on the way that's going to elevate not just your game, but your mindset. And if this resonated with you, if it sparks something deeper, drop a comment below and let me know. Which sign hit the hardest? Your words might be exactly what another man needs to read. You've just scratched the surface. Emotional depth is power, and power, when paired with wisdom, becomes something unstoppable. Until next time, stay grounded, stay aware, and remember, real strength is always quiet.